Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking our Piper, Jamie Robinson. Distinguished guests, graduands, their families and their friends, Bond University colleagues, welcome to this ceremony for the conferring of degrees in the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine and the Faculty of Society and Design. It's my pleasure to now introduce Bond University's Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Tim Brailsford.
Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome to Bond University and particularly to our graduands. Graduations are always a particularly special occasion. They're a wonderful celebration of achievements, they're a wonderful celebration of life. And I hope that each and every one of you has an absolutely fantastic afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet here today, and I pay my respects to elders past and present on your behalf, and I do so in the spirit of reconciliation. I acknowledge and I welcome the presence of the University's 8th Chancellor, the Honourable Dr. Annabelle Bennett, AOSC Chancellor. I welcome from the University Council Mr. Victor Hugentink. Victor is also here in another capacity today with his family, his wife Carol Barnes, daughter Ruth, as they are celebrating the graduation of their son, Alan. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, supporters, and of course our graduands. If you look around the room, you'll see the flags of international nations, and these flags represent, in every case, the country of origin of a Bond graduate. And for those of you whose minds might wander just a little during the ceremony, it's a little competition to go around the room and see how many flags you can name. No one's ever named them all correctly. The importance of those flags symbolises the ambitions of this university, and from our very first days, we were always determined to be international. Today, roughly about a third of our students come from overseas. About a third of our students come from the other Australian states, and many of our students know the students that come from other Australian states as Mexicans, yes. And about a third come from Queensland. So we are a very diverse community here. And we're proud of that diversity, and indeed one does not have to look too far away each day from the evening news to recognise that diversity is not something which everyone in the world embraces. And we are determined to produce global citizens here. We are determined to produce graduates who will make their mark on the global stage, and they understand their responsibilities to the globe. As we move through today's ceremony, there will be an opportunity to individually acknowledge each of our graduates as they are presented, and I encourage the audience to respectfully but appropriately acknowledge each and every one of their achievements. It's my great pleasure to now introduce the occasional speaker. So the occasional speaker's role at graduation is to provide a message to the graduating class. And today it's our privilege and my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jeanette Young, PSM. Dr. Young has been the Queensland Chief Health Officer since 2005. Previously, she worked in a range of positions in Queensland and Sydney. She has specialist qualifications as a Fellow of the Royal Australasian College of Medical Administrators and as a Fellow by distinction of the Faculty of Public Health of the Royal College of Physicians of the United Kingdom. Her role as Chief Health Officer and Deputy Director General for Health in this state includes responsibility for basically everything to do with health. This includes disaster planning and response, aeromedical retrieval services, licensing of private hospitals, policy regarding organ and tissue donation, blood, poisons, medicines, cancer screening, communicable diseases, environmental health, preventative health, and medical workforce planning, And of course, as Queensland's Chief Health Officer, there is a significant and considerable burden of leadership on Dr. Young. She is a member of numerous committees and boards, including the National Health and Medical Research Council, the Queensland Institute of Medical Research, the Australian Health Protection Principal Committee, Jurisdictional Blood Committee, the Organ and Tissue Jurisdictional Advisory Committee, the National Screening Committee, and the Queensland Clinical Senate. Dr. Young is well known for her forthright contributions in the public arena, obviously on health, medical issues, but importantly, her contribution in keeping the public informed has been a hallmark of her career. In 2016, she was awarded the Public Service Medal for outstanding service to Queensland Health. Jeanette, it's a great pleasure to have you down here at Bond University. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join with me in welcoming Dr. Janet Young.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would also like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land upon which we're gathering here today and acknowledge their elders past, present and emerging. And as the Chief Health Officer, I think that's a particularly important thing to do because of that wide disparity that we all know between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Queenslanders and indeed Australians. I'd of course also like to acknowledge the Chancellor, the Honourable Dr. Annabel Bennett AOSC, the Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Tim Brailsford, members of the official party, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. But finally, and most importantly of all, of course, for today, I'd like to acknowledge and congratulate every single one of our graduates that are here graduating today. It's a great privilege for me to be here with you, and I very much sincerely thank Bond University for inviting me to be part of your ceremony today. After today's ceremony, you'll be joining the 24,000 alumni that have graduated from Bond University. And while today will see the end of this part of your life, it will also be the exciting beginning to another chapter. Graduation ceremonies are a time for reflection on the hard work, commitment and discipline required for you all to be here today as graduates of your respective degrees. It's also a time to recognise your achievements, take pride in your accomplishments and celebrate this significant milestone in your lives. To the proud family and friends who are here with you today, I also offer my warmest congratulations, as I know that this is a very significant event for you as well. Education is so important. I cannot emphasise this enough. I believe that it is through the skills and knowledge gained by education that individuals can be productive and active members of society and have the potential to make significant contributions throughout their lifetime to the broader community. Today is not only about marking the end of these studies, it's about celebrating your future. Your time here at Bond University was just the start of your learning journey. Continued learning throughout our lifetimes allows us to discover new points of view, embrace diversity, and help us to reach our potential. You are fortunate to be graduating at a time when there are so many opportunities available to you. Continuing our personal and professional development has so many benefits. It can enhance our understanding of the world around us, provide us with more and better opportunities, encourage us to be active contributors to our communities, and ultimately improve the quality of our own lives and that of others. For some of you, today will be the first step as you begin your careers and professional journeys. For others, who might have completed further studies to continue to develop your knowledge and skills or specialise in your chosen professions or taken a new route, you'll be aware of the many rewards that you receive from continuing your education. As you progress throughout your professional lives, I urge you to strive for excellence, continue to challenge yourself, and perhaps most importantly, find satisfaction in what you do. This one is essential, as in the future your job will fill a large part of your life and you'll spend a lot of your time at work. I'm very fortunate, I believe, that I'm able to be very passionate about the role I carry out in Queensland, and I do think of it as more than a job. As Queensland's Chief Health Officer, improving health outcomes for all Queenslanders is first and foremost my focus and what I aspire to achieve. Therefore, I think it would be remiss of me if I didn't take this opportunity this afternoon to very much put on my Chief Health Officer hat and to discuss with you all the importance of good health and well-being. First and foremost, I believe before you do anything else, you must look after your own health. You cannot do anything for other people if you are not healthy. Good health is fundamental to a person's well-being, ability to perform, and enjoyment of life. Being healthy and doing what we can to protect our own health is vitally important. We are living longer. By international comparisons, Australia as a whole is doing exceptionally well. The majority of adult Queenslanders and indeed Australians experience good health and well-being, and Australia ranks amongst the top 10 countries in the world. The good news is that we're seeing significant improvements in healthy behaviours. Smoking rates are continuing to decline, adults have become more active, and rates of childhood and adult obesity are finally stabilising. Good health and well-being are also fundamental to a prosperous state and indeed a prosperous country, for thriving communities and for all to reach their full potential. And we know people rate health as one of their highest priorities. Achieving good health means not treating ill health, although some of you will definitely be doing that as you go into your careers, but preventing disease and proactively encouraging and helping people to make healthy choices. Australia's high life expectancy unfortunately carries with it also a very high disability burden, resulting in social and economic impacts, including growing health system pressures. There are so many areas where work needs to be done, and there are so many challenges for us still to face. As I said when I opened my talk, a real area of concern remains the large disparity between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Queenslanders regarding their health outcomes, and our need to maintain our efforts and focus on them as we aim to close the gap. The plateauing of obesity is exciting news, but we've still got so much work to do in that area. 1/4 of Queensland children and 2/3 of Queensland adults remain either overweight or obese. Healthy eating continues to be a challenge. More than 1/3 of the energy intake of Queenslanders is derived from food that provides little or no nutritional benefit, and the average consumer is spending more than half of their food dollar on those types of food. Sedentary lifestyles are common, and changes are required to counter this and the inactivity of modern lifestyles. And there are so many benefits to be gained by even small increases in activity. So I've just hinted at a few of the issues of risk and the protective factors that people face in achieving good health and all the work to be done. So the challenge to you, our new graduates, is to make health everyone's business. We must promote and support the creation of healthy communities and encourage individuals and organisations to make healthy choices. As graduates of the faculties of Health Sciences and Medicine and Society and Design, each one of you, I believe, is in a unique position to use the knowledge you've gained and the influence you will have to have a profound impact on people's well-being. My challenge to all of you is to look for possibilities in your professional life for action. The focus of all of our efforts needs to be on improving the health and well-being of ourselves and others. If it is central to our thinking, there are so many opportunities that we can make a difference, both professionally and personally, and contribute to a movement that is happening. Whether you work as a clinician or a professional in a health-related discipline, or work in other professional fields such as law, urban planning, advertising, social media, there are just so many opportunities for each one of you to be involved in making a difference and contributing to the outcomes of improving individual, local, national and global health and well-being. So I very, very much look forward to joining in a global movement and becoming advocates for change as we work towards a healthier Queensland, healthier Australia, healthier world. So tonight, when you leave here this afternoon, is the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your lives. You are so fortunate to be graduating with an education that will open doors and create wonderful opportunities for you in the future. So, in closing, I wish every one of you the best for the future and congratulations on what you've achieved to date. Thank you.
A little bit of height help I get here. Well, first, I have to say, I have to share something with you. It was mentioned that Jeanette represents Queensland as the Chief Health Officer on the National Health and Medical Research Council, and that's where I first met her, because I was fortunate to chair that council for one term of 3 years, and that's where I met her. And I can tell you, all of the states have representatives on that council, and Jeanette is absolutely outstanding. She is a voice of pragmatism and of good sense and of knowledge. And I think you saw a little bit of that just now when she spoke to you. She is passionate on the topic of public health. The NHMRC, a lot of people know that it gives away, it decides on the grants of Australia's medical research funding, but that's only part of what it does. And the other part is public health guidelines. And in considering what to put in public health guidelines, and indeed what topics to make the subject of public health guidelines on an evidence-based research is actually very challenging. And Jeanette is a leader, and I think Queensland can be very proud of her. But that's not all that she spoke about. She mentioned a few things that I think were really very important, and I know that these occasions are ones where there is a degree of solemnity as well as a bit of fun about a graduation. And she talked about lifelong learning, but importantly the satisfaction that you get out of your career. And I think that message is really valuable, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to do it well and you're not going to be happy. But there are a couple of things that I will say, though. I think some of her advice, I think, can be deferred. Now, the two things that she mentioned, of course, that were very important for all of us is the importance of physical activity and healthy eating. This is not a signal for all of you to start jumping up and down in your seats and doing exercises right now. You're going to have to defer the activity for at least a couple of hours till the graduation is over. And I think that today the concept of healthy eating and no alcohol can be dispensed with. And I think that most of you are probably going to go out and have a fairly unhealthy evening, but a rather enjoyable one with your families and friends. So I encourage you to take Jeanette's advice very much to heart and apply it from tomorrow. But I would like you to join with me now in thanking Jeanette for that very thoughtful address. Well, I've had a lot of experience with universities myself, and I have to confess, when I left school I decided not to do medicine because I thought it would take far too long. I didn't have an opportunity to come to Bond and speed it up. So rather than do medicine, I went and did other things at university where I spent 14 years as an undergraduate and a graduate, so I might as well have done medicine in the first place and just gone straight into it, I think. But that experience as a student and as a researcher and then as a Pro-Chancellor and now as Chancellor has taught me one thing, and that is that this is a very, very special place. I've been involved with a number of different universities in that path, and I've never seen anything like this university. I've never seen anything like the joy of each university student here. And I think being a Bondi is something that is wonderful while you're here and it never leaves you. Being a parent of a Bondi is also something that draws you to this university and keeps that contact going. And some of the greatest supporters that we have, including members of the council, are people who are alumni and people who've been parents of Bondis. And there are two things that I've experienced since I've become involved with Bond. One is when I go somewhere and I meet someone and they're either a Bondi or an ex-Bondi, there is that real, measure of joy that goes between us, and it's like, oh, really? Really? You went to Bond? That is so fabulous. And then there's the other mention I get. I get people who say, I've got a daughter or a niece or a nephew at Bond, and they are just so happy. And then I get the one I really like when I meet a student who says, I wish that I had gone to Bond. And I think to myself, yeah, you aren't that lucky, but we have a lot of kids here who are that lucky. So I think it's fantastic that you're here. And you're here not just because of yourselves, because you had to be achievers to get here and you had to be achievers to be where you are now. But all of that has come with a great deal of support. And in many cases, a great deal of sacrifice. So I look to the people beyond the graduands here. I look to the families. And I thank you and I congratulate you, because I've been in this audience as the parent of a Bondi. And there's that wonderful moment where you feel that enormous pride in the fact that this child has achieved what you hoped that they would achieve. And you can't wait for the graduation to be over, just in case something goes wrong and somebody says, like in the movies with weddings, don't let that one go up there. And there's this terrifying thought that it's going to be your child that's not going to make it. But there's also that little tear that comes to the eyes of, I think, of every parent when they watch the child walk across the stage. So it's going to be a great moment, and you're still graduands, of course, you're not graduates yet, that has to come yet. Don't hold your breath. But before we go any further, I just want to say one other thing about families. There may be some children in the audience, and sometimes children find this quite wearing. And I just want to make sure that everyone understands that if a child makes a noise or wants to run around, this is a family occasion, and we are very keen not to put those future Bondis off. We want them here, so if they start talking or misbehaving a little bit, please just let's all be a bit patient, because they're going to be up on this stage in the future too. The other thing about being here today is that you have other people to thank besides your families, and that's the staff of the university. You and I both know that the degree of care and commitment by all members of the staff for the students is something that is really unique, and it's something very special. I know it's something that you appreciate. But we want you to be here, we want you to be graduates, and importantly, we want you to stay in contact with the university. This is part of the lifelong learning, is the lifelong membership of Bond. So we want you to come back, we want you to be part of it, we want you to come to homecoming, we want you to keep in touch with each other and keep in touch with us and let us know what you're doing, because that really is an important part of it. But being Chancellor requires me to undertake some formal tasks, but one of the very best of them is to be able formally to admit the graduands to their degrees and to transform them into graduates of Bond. So I look forward to the presentation of each individual graduand, which will shortly follow. But before we get to that, it's my very great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce you to the Bond University Orchestra, who are now going to play a short musical piece for you. Thank you so much, Bond University Orchestra. You know, it's made up of Bond students who share a great love for music, and they volunteer to play at many Bond events throughout the year. And I must say we are so appreciative of it because it adds so much to so many of the Bond events. Thank you so much. But especially it's lovely to hear them play on these special graduation days, and I'm sure that you all will join with me in thanking them again. Well, I now call on the Chair of the Academic Senate to present the candidates for degrees.
Will all candidates for degrees please stand?
Stand.
Chancellor, I wish to present the following graduands who are in attendance today for admission to awards of Bond University. From the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine, 56 graduands, and from the Faculty of Society and Design, 171 graduands. Chancellor, I certify to you and to the university that the graduands have satisfied the requirements for admission to the award for which they are being presented.
With the authority of Council, I hereby admit you to the awards for which you have qualified. I also admit to their awards those candidates listed in the graduation program who are unable to be present today. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the moment of graduation. Please join me in congratulating the most recent graduates of Bond University. You can take a seat, and we'll now move to the formal presentation of testaments.
Chancellor, the following candidates are presented for the award of Research Doctorate. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, thesis title, From Prediction to Policy, an examination of the path from scientific prediction to climate change adaptation policy. Why does climate change adaptation policy often fail to achieve efficacy at an operational level? Stephen Michael Dark. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, thesis title, HIV/AIDS as a non-traditional security threat in China's marginalized and mobile populations, the shortfalls and challenges, Shelley Torsetti. Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine. The acting dean will congratulate each candidate after they have been conferred with their degree. Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Lara Bean. Amanda Dilrukshi Fernando. Tara Gandhi, Kim Hyo Jong, Lu Fei Yong, Benjamin Mark Mispelhorn, Mitchell James Richardson, Sarjan Singh Soni, Bachelor of Sports Management, Samuel Kittredge Davis, Master of Nutrition and Dietetic Practice, Megan Lewis Creighton, Camilla Louis Dahl, Alexandra Rebecca Davidson, Stephanie Jane Ford, Dwayne Carl Garcia, Sophie Eliza Hofto, Rebecca Norris, Daniel So, Molly McLean Warner, for the Master of Sports Management, Maria Ceres Atienza Lina, For the degree of Doctor of Physiotherapy, Fisayo Abiodun Adeyemi. Sarah Louise Anderson. Haley Bankier. Darren Correa. Timothy Cotman Fields. Alistair James Cox. Hardeep Singh Dillon. Nicole Margaret Doyle. Rachel Victoria Fitt. Michael Gabriel. Emily Hoare. Sky Inyega Holland. Kumata Kanagasaba. Emma Keedy. Nicholas Kondakis. Kate Lyons. Laura Bridget Campbell McDougall. Campbell James MacDonald. Kate Ruby McIntosh. Kelly Patricia Meddings. Whitney Mills. Peter Duc Tien Nguyen. Jeremy Putman. Cameron Radburn. Isabel Rajendran. Olivia Cerrone. Jonathan Stephen C. Flynn Park Shield. Caitlin Sockwell. Brendan Mark Celia. Parth Rajnikant Sutar. Zachary Michael Turner. Hannah Jean Williams. For the Master of Science by Research, Andy Hsien Wei Ko. Miko Hannes Olivier. Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Society and Design. The Executive Dean will congratulate each candidate after they have been conferred their degree. Diploma of Communication, Mano Rosa Claudine Lafleur. Diploma of Criminology, Santanon Chayanon. Bachelor of Architectural Studies, Georgia Althoff. Bachelor of Arts, Catherine Jeanette McHenry. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws, Anna Claire Lane. Bachelor of Communication, Lily Marie Zedek. Tiana Jakovac. Liang Jinping. Virginia Naves. Chloe Olivia Thomas. Wan Hong Lin. Bachelor of Communication Business, Claire Malene Fraser. Tabia Samira Zido. Elizabeth Ann Wells. Bachelor of Construction Management and Quantity Surveying, Jack Jerome Brown. Connor Garcia Small. James Harrison. Luo Tan. Benjamin Mathis. David John Much. Andrew Pitt. Nathan Edward Stiles. Wang Pan. Wang Shuo. Chao Le. Bachelor of Film and Television, Alistair Bauer. Zane Robert Bryant. Jessie Deanne Charter. Harry Kevin Dedman. Katie Dorman. Emily Garito. Lucy Robin Hazel. Gabriel Lorraine Jeffrey. Caitlin McGann, Lachlan Stainsby, Ryan David Praskinga, Charlie Victoria Wignall, Bachelor of Global Studies Sustainability, Tirapon Suwanvidu, Bachelor of International Relations, Anissa Fidausi, Ibrahim Khaledi, James Shiphorst, Geneva Sion, Bachelor of Journalism, Jessica Marie Bristow, Jacinta Mary Cummins, Isabella Domhoff, Freya Ensby, Taylor Jade Everly, Bachelor of Multimedia Design Advertising, Natalie Delos, James Morris, Bachelor of Property, Sebastian Nicholas Fay, Jake Hamilton Musgrave. Laura Adele Williams. Bachelor of Property and Sustainable Development, James Robert Vaklevic. Bachelor of Psychological Science, Nadia Correa. Michaela Hudson. Thomas William Rumming. Bethany May Scambry. Bachelor of Psychological Science, Honours, with Second Class Honours Division B, Siobhan Irene Davis. Bachelor of Psychological Science Honours, with Second Class Honours Division A, Gabriel Rose Wooten. Bachelor of Social Science, Lauren Clary. Tuche Doan. Bachelor of Social Sciences, Criminology, David Stephen Lyons. Dylan Jai Mathis. Georgia Ray Wilkinson. Bachelor of Sustainable Environments and Planning, Tanner Stan Lubell. Trent Stanton. Graduate Certificate in Building Surveying, Ryan Allen Cooley. Graduate Certificate in TESOL, Alan Hoog Antic. Graduate Diploma of Psychological Science, Morgan Alicia Chalmers Hughes. Talia Levine. Mudit Washist. Master of Architecture, Patricia Nasirumbi Manyuru. Matthew James Wadham. Sofia Chiarina Zuccato. Master of Architecture and Master of Project Management, Alexandra Bogdanova. Master of Arts, TESOL, Mariam Berenjkub. Master of Building Surveying, Ahmad Ali bin Sharwan. Master of Communication, Public Relations, Angus Smith. Master of Communication Professional with High Distinction, Chiu Jiani Fan. Master of Construction Practice, Chao Wan Ching. Xin chào xin. Nathan Daniel Frost. Lý Nan. Bang Shiju. Emerson Troy Todd. Stanley Quang Yuan. Xu Xuang. Sue Yan. Wei Yu. Chang Hong Lin. Master of Construction Practice Professional, Karishma Bansal. Jin Jianwei. Jin Yiger. Aldian Sirongu. Che Chui. Phương Jia Kai. Phu Ruija. Cao Helin, Guo Jian, Xie Yingxin, Huang Dongyue, Jing Zhenxi, Pankaj Anand Kandage, Fahad Tawfiq Khan, Kong Liang, Liu Tan, Felipe Mendonça Vicentini Tenorio de Siqueira, Karen Pahwa, Bang Piwei, Peng Hao, Shave Shes, Chia Ping, Chu Chai, Chu Kuo Yi, Chu Xiao Lei, Hao Chun Yin, Zhang Jinyuan, Zhang Wentao, Master of Criminology, Desena Suzanne Belperio, Olivia Page Reed, Master of Criminology with High Distinction, Julianti Binti Jalil, Master of Criminology Professional, Belinda Davis, Sean D'Souza, Master of International Relations, Jorge Miguel Tomateo Juanes, Master of International Relations Professional, Edgar Andres Mojica Iceland, Master of Project Management, Scott Thomas Schultz, Master of Project Management Professional, Shamsul Khamar Abbasi, Rosario Fernando Bianchini, Akash Rajendra Gawade, Viral Ramesh Gutka, Juan Carlos Ibanez Cervantes, Shola Olanian, Victor Oviemo Ovlawa, Bijay Sharma, Master of Psychology Clinical, Shuktika Bose, Alexandra Christie Joffrey, Anna Katharina Langner, Kelly Ann Leach, Sher McGillivray, Stephanie Ann McGrath, Nikita Nofke, Amanda Lee O'Neill, Kiri Lynn Peterson, Elizabeth Ann Reed, Truda Julianne Roos, Japan Sony, Sherelle Louise Smith. Ryan James Spencer. Tegan Elizabeth Spinks. Stefan Urasevich. Master of Psychology Forensic, Melissa Beaton. Molly Felice Capel. Master of Sustainable Environments and Planning, Professional, Avishek Paul. Master of Valuation, Property Development, Mitchell Brian Brady. Master of Valuation, Property Development Professional, Jean Ethwilla. Mario Shlaku. Master of Philosophy, James Hooper. Stephanie Inez Smith. The recipients of the 2017 Sohail Abedian Medal of Excellence and Master of Architecture with high distinction, Abby Ruth Anderson Eglinton. The recipients of the Granby Family Beyond Bond Medal and the Bachelor of Interactive Media and Design, Shay Kerry Mackenzie. Chancellor, Aisha Katrina Barton Ross has been selected to give the valedictory address on behalf of the graduating cohort this morning. She is also graduating with the degree of Doctor of Physiotherapy. Aisha graduates with a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 out of a possible 4. She was placed on the Vice Chancellor's list for academic excellence 5 times and has been first in class on 9 occasions. Doctor of Physiotherapy and the valedictorian Aisha Katrina Barton Ross.
Graduates, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. Good afternoon, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, faculty members, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Not in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that I would be standing in this position, and I'm honoured to, as I attempt to find the right words to send you all off into an exciting new chapter in your lives. I still remember the day over 2 years ago that I received a phone call from the head of physio saying that a student had dropped out of the program last minute and I was being offered his place. I'm sure that you can all identify with that sense of excitement after receiving your offer to study at Bond. Within 2 weeks, I had packed up my life, moved to the Gold Coast, and started my exciting university journey at Bond. And what a journey it has been for all of us. Over the last 2 years at Bond, I've had the opportunity to be exposed to some life-changing experiences, which I'm sure many of you would have shared. Firstly, the opportunity to study in one of the most beautiful cities and areas in the world, the Gold Coast, with long stretches of beautiful beaches at our doorstep. There is no doubt that countless beach study walks, endless days of sunshine, and many hangover-clearing swims kept us sane in the hectic world of university life. Secondly, the opportunity to absorb education, knowledge, and guidance from world-class academics whose persistent nurturing support is the reason why we are all in the position we are today. From having teachers offer hours of their time to sit down personally and explain that concept you just couldn't understand, to having others offer to come in on the weekends to supervise you practicing your clinical skills and reassure you that you definitely know what you are doing, even though your brain is continually telling you that you do not. The education provided to us at Bond is second to none. To all the academic, administrative, and management staff, thank you for your incredible support during our time at Bond. We cannot thank you enough. A special appreciation goes to the amazing physio staff who are up on stage here. It's been amazing to see how passionate and enthusiastic you are for your careers, and thank you for guiding us through the last 2 years. I'd also like to say a huge special thank you to the countless cafe, restaurant, and bar staff who have fueled our coffee and wine addictions over the last few years. You guys are amazing and have definitely gotten us through our degree. Thirdly, and most importantly, having the opportunity to meet, learn, study, and live with some of the most diverse and incredible people, you, my fellow students. From my first day arriving at Bond, to living in the blocks, dining at the Bra, studying at the MLC, treating crazy patients all around Australia, drinking at Don's, dancing at Shooters, I could have not imagined meeting such a wonderful, diverse group of humans to share my Bond journey with. They say that life's experiences are nothing without the people with whom you share them, and the close community that we've all been a part of at Bond is a testament to this. Lastly, my most important acknowledgement and thanks is to the most dedicated members of our support team, our family and friends. I'm sure every graduate in this room echoes the thoughts that your nourishing and undying support over the last many years of university study is the reason we are all here today. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope we can continue to make you proud as we begin this new chapter in our lives. Fellow graduates, now it's time for that moment where I try to inspire you to greatness and reach to the stars and to endeavour to search for life's greatest lessons and so on. But I don't think I or any single person can find those words, and believe that each of us will have our own individual moment in our lives that will be the turning point to inspire us to passionately pursue all the hopes and dreams that we have. All that I would say is that we should consider ourselves fortunate to be living in a country that enables us to be in the position that we are today, and that some having received quality education. And this will allow us to build a life that we genuinely love, both in our professional and personal lives. So let's not waste that opportunity. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon for changing the world. So let's strive to make a difference during our careers, be brave enough to dream big and courageous enough to take risks. Don't be afraid to take a chance at that scary yet exciting new adventure that might just as well open a whole new world of opportunities, just like our journey at Bond has done for us all. Congratulations, graduates. It's time to pop the champagne. We made it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you a little more about Aisha Barton-Ross. So as you heard, she's had an outstanding academic record here at the university. Miss Barton-Ross commenced her studies with us in 2015. In her very first semester, she achieved either a distinction or a high distinction in every subject she attempted, and she was placed on the Vice-Chancellor's list for academic excellence. So that first semester set the high watermark, and she continued to beat that high watermark every semester. Indeed, in every single subject that she studied, she achieved either a distinction or a high distinction. And her overall cumulative average, as you heard, the GPA, 3.75 out of a possible maximum of 4. So translated, for those of us who like to think in very simple terms, that's an overall average of 89% across every subject. She was placed first in class and beat her peers on 9 occasions. Not only that, you've actually heard Aisha now speak, and I think she's the embodiment of the values and spirit of this institution. She's humble, she's respectful, knowledgeable, and it isn't that easy to stand up here in front of 1,200 people and deliver the valedictory address. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please join with me in congratulating and thanking Aisha again. So we are first and foremost a university, and universities have traditions. We like to dress up in funny clothes from time to time. One of the traditions on graduation day is that the graduates are read a charge, essentially an oath. And I'll read that out to today's graduating class, and then I'll ask whether or not they accept that charge. Will the graduates please be upstanding? I charge you as graduates of Bond University to demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply your learnings and education to the benefit of society, to pursue the highest standards in all of your endeavours with excellence, always your aim, and to forever support and enhance the reputation of your university through engagement as proud alumni. Graduates, do you accept that charge? Weak. I'll try again. Graduates, do you accept that charge? Yes. That's better, thank you. So please be seated. Can I again thank Dr. Jeanette Young for coming down and making such a special occasion and delivering the occasional address. I'd like to echo the Chancellor's sentiments and those of our valedictorian in recognising all of the supporters that our graduates have, not just here in the room today, but you've had along your journey so far. We recognise that the commitment of many spouses, parents, grandparents, neighbours, friends, wider family members, and indeed just the community, because in some cases you have been financially supported by anonymous donors. There are many people on whose shoulders you have rode the journey here at Bond. And I ask you just to take a moment out of your day, because this is your day, but just take a moment out of your day to thank those who are around you who have made your achievements possible. Many of them will be in this room, but many may not. Do not text them. Don't Facebook them. Give them a call. They want to hear your voice. So just take a moment out of your day to thank those that are near and dear and special to you. Life is a journey, and education is just a most wonderful gift. And universities are great institutions, and this magnificent place here, as Miss Barton-Ross commented on, even though we have the magnificence of the climate here, this campus is an absolutely beautiful campus. The architecture is wonderful, but we are nothing without our people. And as graduates, you will now leave us and take the next step in your journey. And whatever that step is, I trust that you remember your days here at Bond with much fondness. We'll always be thinking of you, and we trust that you'll always be thinking of us. But also remember that the reputation of this institution is not forged by the sandstone. It's actually forged by the achievements of our graduates. And just as your reputation is now tied to this institution, so is this institution's tied to your reputation. So please recognise that with graduation comes responsibility, and that responsibility is to always act in an appropriate manner, to uphold moral standards, to make the right decision. And no one should underestimate the challenges in front of you. The world is a difficult place, it is a dynamic place, and I'm quite sure that the future years are going to be even more challenging and more confronting. But take some faith and comfort in the confidence that the values and the standards that we have impressed upon you will serve you well. And I hope that when you do face those difficult decisions in life, be it either in your career or your personal journey, that you look back on this institution, the friends that you've made, the networks that you've formed, and you realise that you have a major support group behind you. So today is one of those days where I trust you'll remember it for the rest of your lives. I know that we have some brothers and sisters of our graduates who are in the audience who are also Bond alumni, and they know what you are going through. I would ask you, as we depart this procession, to remember this day as one of those moments where life can be measured by moments. A day of joy, a day of great sense of achievement, but also a day in which you set purposely out on the next step in your own personal journeys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rather long ceremony, and you've been extraordinarily respectful and very polite. So you have an opportunity one last time to make a bit of noise for the latest graduates of Bond University. Make a bit of noise.